All right. Good afternoon. I'd like to call the meeting of August 21st, 2025 to order. Roll call.
Yes, the members of the Planning Commission today are Mr. Gary Jewell, our newest member, Mr. Jeffrey Farmer, Ms. Denise Patterson, Mr. Rob Murray, Mr. Greg Davidson, and Paul Foster, who is sitting in for Commissioner Davidson.
Okay, item number 4, approval of minutes of the previous meeting on July 17th, 2025. Everybody have an opportunity to read them, look over them. Are there any corrections or comments? If not, can I get a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
All right, roll call.
Yes, Mr. Gary Jewell.
Yes.
Mr. Farmer.
Yes.
Ms. Patterson.
Yes.
And Mr. Murray. Mr. Davidson.
Yes.
And Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Item number 5, discussion and possible action to approve or deny the general plat of 50th Street Estates, GP 2025-08. Eric, staff report.
Yes, item 5 and 6 are companion items. 5 is just a general plat, and 6 is the final plat. Now, with that said, the development itself is located off of Northeast 50th and Peebly Road there at the intersection. As you can see, the area that they are developing is approximately 40 acres on 5 lots. As you can see, lot 4 and 5 are a little over 10 acres. Lot 1, 2, and 3 are just a little over 6 acres. You can see there is some floodplain there on lots 1, 2, and 3, a little bit on 5. Just 100-year, so it's not something that goes in front of the floodplain management board. If whoever buys these lots decides to develop or place a structure in any of that floodplain area, they would have to come back to us, the planning department, to at least have a floodplain development permit in the future. But you should have enough area on those lots to stay out of that, so hopefully that's not a concern moving forward. The only other item that I have in regards to this, we did receive one letter of protest. Just came to us yesterday, and so I would like just the opportunity to hand this out. Just to kind of summarize the letter quickly, they're concerned about the floodplain. They're concerned about the contamination of the water wells with the addition of the homes that are going to be out there in the future. They're concerned about the increased traffic that are going to be out along Peebly and 50th. They're concerned about some of the deer that are in the area that use this property, and apparently there are some relics from the Native American tribes that are out there that they're concerned with. So I'm just going to hand this to you guys so you can kind of briefly look at it, and then we'll go from there.
I need to make a motion to receive it.
Motion to accept the letter.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
But that's all the information that I had. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward, 5 lots, 40 acres. If there's any particular questions you have for me, I'll be happy to answer those.
Anybody have any questions? I think my only question would be if that is in a floodplain, the entrance coming into lot 5, would there be any concerns?
Sure, it just depends on how they develop that entrance. So what we try to get people to do is to leave that ground as natural as can be. Once you start bringing in material, once you start asphalting, concreting, even in bringing in gravel, you start to have a change in the floodplain there. So it's definitely something that we'll have to keep an eye on, especially when they bring in a permit, and we'll just have to see how they want to approach that entrance.
Thank you. Is anybody here to talk in favor of the item?
There may not be anybody here. I know the applicant is out of state, so there may not be anybody here to speak on it directly.
Okay. Anybody here to speak against it? Anybody have any other questions? Comments? Can I get a motion to approve or deny?
Motion to approve.
Roll call.
Yes, Mr. Jewell. Mr. Farmer. Ms. Patterson. Mr. Murray. Mr. Davidson.
Yes.
And Mr. Foster.
All right, item 5 is approved. Item 6, discussion and possible action to approve or deny the final plat of Choctaw Estates.
Same information, nothing's changed.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody here to speak in favor? Seeing none. Anybody here to speak against? Seeing none. Do I have a vote to approve or deny? Okay, roll call.
Mr. Jewell. Mr. Farmer. Ms. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Murray. Mr. Davidson.
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Motion approved. Item number 7, discussion and possible action to approve or deny the preliminary plat of Cambridge Estates East, Phase 1, PP 2025-05. Eric, staff report.
Yes, so just to kind of bring everybody, well, got to give some history and bring everybody up to where we are today. I know Mr. Farmer isn't familiar with this particular development, so if you'll bear with me, I'll go over the history here real quick. This development is located off of Northwest 220th and Meridian. It's across the street to the west from the Bellagio development. And so this is a PUD. There is a commercial corner, which is just to the north of the development that you see here. And then this development, as it continues, will go further back to the west to where you get back to MacArthur, basically all the way on the other side of that mile. The property itself, the first application that was brought to the Planning Commission was back on October 20th, 2022. That was just for the commercial corner itself. That was denied by the Planning Commission and the Board of County Commissioners. The developer then came back in April of 2024 with the PUD, which is what we have today. The PUD was denied by this board, but it was approved by the Board of County Commissioners. At that same, at a later meeting, they also went over the general plat of the development itself. Basically, what you're going to have out here, once everything is said and done, you'll have the commercial corner, which is about 18 acres, and then you'll have these residential lots, and that will continue back to the west to where you'll have a total of 200 residential lots, give or take. And today we're just looking at the preliminary plat, which is the engineering for these lots that you see in front of you. These are 47 residential lots on 93 acres. And so we reviewed the drainage calculations and the paving plans that were submitted to us. We didn't have any issue with what has been submitted. So that's the only information I have in regards to the development, unless there's any specific questions that you guys have.
Anybody have any questions?
When was the PUD approved?
The PUD was denied by this body, but it was approved by the Board of County Commissioners in April of 2024. This was the one where you had a lot of the folks to the north, on the other side of 220th. They were here to speak at the Planning Commission and the Board of County Commissioners.
And there's water here?
Yes, they are going to utilize Deer Creek water. So all of these lots are half acre, a little over a half acre. So they're going to be on Deer Creek water, and they'll be on an aerobic, more than likely an aerobic type of system.
This is the area near Bellagio that was flooding all the time, wasn't it?
The area that you're thinking of is on the east side of Bellagio, back towards Portland. That's the area that was flooding. This is on the west side of Bellagio. This property, there's no floodplain or anything on this property, so there's no issues in regards to flooding.
It's close to Rose Union.
Right, you can see Rose Union in the northwest corner of the map there.
Anybody else have any questions for Eric? Is anybody here speaking for, I should say for? Or-
Hello, Jessica Bloy with Johnson & Associates representing the applicant, One East Sheridan. I don't have anything to add to what Eric said, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Anybody have any questions? Stacey, you good with everything that's been submitted? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is anybody here to speak against the proposal?
There was one letter of protest that was sent to us. I won't pass this one around. It's pretty straightforward. They just protest Cambridge Estate East Phase 1, and they basically state that the lots are too small and not in accordance with their neighborhood, what they consider the neighborhood, which is on the north side of 220th. So we did receive one letter of protest.
Anybody have any other questions? Seeing or hearing none, do I have a motion to approve or deny?
I'll second.
A roll call?
Mr. Jewell. Yes. Mr. Farmer. Ms. Patterson.
Yes.
Mr. Murray. Mr. Davidson.
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
All right, motion approved.
Yeah,
Item number 8, discussion and possible action to approve or deny the preliminary plat of Jackalope Corner, PP 2025-04. Staff report, Eric.
Yes, this is the commercial development that is occurring there at Sooner Road and Waterloo Road. Just kind of give a little bit of background for Mr. Farmer. The PUD, which is what they decided to develop this commercial corner on, was approved back in January of 2024. The general plat was approved by this body in April of this year, and this is the preliminary plat that's in front of you today. Now, there are no roads that are associated with this plat. The only thing that we're reviewing in regards to this development is the engineering when it comes to the drainage calculations and how they're going to deal with the additional drainage there. They're going to have a pond just north of Lot 4, and there are going to be some channels that go back to that pond to help with the water runoff from Lot 1 and 2. Pretty straightforward type of development, nothing too complicated. So that's all the information that I had, unless there's any particular questions. Like I said, what it boils down to is you have 5 lots there that they're going to put commercial on. From my understanding, they have some people who are interested in lot 1 and 2 now. So they're trying to get through our process as quickly as possible so they can move forward with the construction of the building that they would like to place there on the property. So that's all I have, unless there's any other questions from this
There are
body.
some concerns about approaches, right, drives and stuff coming into these initially.
Right, and all that was discussed during the general plat that was approved back in April. So they've addressed those concerns. It's kind of hard to see on this particular map, but basically you're going to have you're going to have 2 driveways along Sooner Road there, and you're going to have 1 driveway along Waterloo Road. So you can see the driveway there along Waterloo. Lot 1A is going to have a drive, and then there's a longer driveway that goes back to Lot 4 that they can also utilize to get back to Sooner Road.
Eric, my map shows 4 driveways on Sooner.
Well, 2 of those are existing. So the one on the northwest corner is existing. The one on lot 1B is existing. Those are eventually going to go away to where the bigger driveway on lot 1A, and then the driveway that's going to access lot 4, and then you have that smaller, I think, driveway, if I recall correctly, lot 1B is going to be there.
Yeah, those 2 do go away.
Yeah, engineer may have to remind me here, but if I'm not mistaken, It's just going to be the Lot 1A drive and that main driveway that's going to go down to Lot 4, if I recall
That
correctly.
main driveway will access 1B, 3, and 4. Correct.
Right, so that main driveway is going to be the main access point.
And my understanding when they were here before was that they were gonna have shared parking lots through the whole project, where if they came in either off Waterloo or sooner, they could make it through the different lots to the different buildings and businesses where they had there.
Yes, that is correct.
And then there's quite a bit of elevation changes from 1A to 2 and 3, and then also on lot 4. So I guess the detention pond or retention, whatever they're doing there, will accommodate for all those different elevation changes.
Right. Now, just to kind of expand upon your statement there, they actually went to the Board of Adjustment. They were trying to, on Lot 2, they were trying to get that building pushed farther to the east. Currently, there's a 25-foot setback based on the zoning of the PUD and the zoning that is adjacent to it, which is R2. However, churches are allowed in any zoning designation. Their argument to the Board of Adjustment is we want to go from a 25-foot back setback to a 10-foot setback due to the various elevation changes that you mentioned, but also that the church is somewhat commercial in nature. And so they tried to work out a deal with the church. They had several discussions, but ultimately the Board of Adjustment denied their request. And so they still have to be 25 feet away from that property line. And so in the final plat, they just sent us some changes just the other day to where Lot 2 is going to change to a minor degree. It's going to kind of shift back to the west just a little bit to deal with that issue since that application was denied. And if the engineer wants to expand upon that, he's more than welcome to, but that was kind of the outcome to where they were going to place the building up against that property line and have the parking away from the church. So now that that has been denied, I assume it's going to go back the other direction to where the building is going to go further back to the west and your parking is going to be on the east side. But I'll let the engineer kind of expand upon that, but that would be my guess just based on the discussion at that meeting.
Is there requirements on this type of a zoning and the location of the church that some type of privacy fence of some type would have to be set up on the property line separate from the property?
Right. So in this particular case, there's a significant elevation change between Lot 2 and the church itself. So they, basically kind of see over the church to some regard. So they're going to put a detention wall up there. From their description that was had at the Board of Adjustment, it's going to be a stair step type of retention wall, and they're going to have grass to try to blend it in to that area there.
Anybody else have any questions for Eric? Okay. Is anybody here to speak in favor? Would you state your name and address, please?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Jason Emmett with Cedar Creek Consulting. I'm the civil engineer representing Jackalope 11912 North Penn. I wish I had something I could point, but there's some existing drives on Sooner that are going away. The larger drives that you're looking at, one going directly into Lot 4 and one into Lot 1A, will be the only two drives that will be there when everything is said and done. Lot 1B will take access off of that drive going to Lot 4 as well as Lot 3. And the developer who's selling the lots is requiring every lot to have cross access so they can all get to whatever exit is most advantageous. Trying to think. He did mention that we've had many conversations with the church. We were actually they want to expand what they've got. ODOT's taking quite a bit of their property as well. We tried to work out a situation where we could share detention. In the long run, they just didn't want to work with us on that. I think they were too nervous about what it might do to their property, dirt work, all kinds of different things. So we just kind of moved on. We have our detention set up just for us right now. We do have a pipe that runs between lot 1A and the detention pond, and lot 2 and 3 will also discharge into that pipe, and then lot 1B kind of goes down the road into lot 4, and eventually lot 4 drains into the detention pond. As he stated, we lost our variance request at Board of Adjustments, so we've made some minor tweaks. There's 23 feet of fall between Sooner and the eastern property line up against the back of the church. So there's actually going to be a tiered system of retaining walls. You can't have you could have a 23-foot high wall, but that's an awful expensive wall. So it will be tiered. Lot 1 is roughly 10 feet higher than lot 2, and lot 2's, I think, 12 and a half feet higher than the church park or church area, kind of on the west side of the church. That's all I've got. I'm here to answer any questions you might have.
Now, I'm asking because I don't know. As far as this, are they selling the lots or are they doing like a build this suit?
No, they're selling the lots. Yeah, in fact, lot 2 is a urgent care, which is highly needed in this area. And then I think they have a dentistry use kind of combined right there. So it's pretty much medical use. There's no evenings that it's got a ton of traffic or anything like that. I've heard of lot 1 being a large dental, but that hadn't progressed anywhere, so I don't know where they're at with that.
So just curious, so they're all gonna share common drives, right?
Well,
Lots.
yes, they have cross access, and they're required to provide cross access so that anybody can get to Sooner. But it's a tough intersection right there. Waterloo is really busy, and I know they're making improvements, but the idea would be that if you need to go south on Sooner or even north on Sooner, and you're in lot 2, that you can cut through lot 1A to get to Sooner to make a right or a left without getting back onto Waterloo. And I think that's part of just what they're having to do to make it appealing to tenants.
One other question, just from a builder standpoint. So if you've got a 10-foot elevation, Stacey, you might be able to help me, 10-foot elevation change between lot 1A and lot 2, and you've got cross sections that are coming for traffic, I mean, how do you, are you sloping pretty good to get from lot 1A down to lot 2?
Well, if I could point, lot 2 actually has a drive that right as you enter lot 2 off of Waterloo, you turn and you actually start going up. I think it's like an 8% slope, and it curves around lot 1 to where it is level by the time you get, 50, 60 feet into lot 1. So lot 1 itself will be setting up higher. The exact location of it hadn't been worked out yet, but yeah, it will be.
Anybody else have any questions?
Then it will be a detention, not a retention.
That is correct. It is detention, correct.
Seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
Is anybody here to speak in favor? Anybody else? If not, anybody here to speak against it? Seeing and hearing none. Any more questions for Eric? Seeing and hearing none, do I have a vote to approve or deny?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Jewell, Mr. Farmer, Ms. Patterson, Mr. Murray, Mr. Davidson,
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Motion approved. Thank you. Item number 9, discussion and possible action to receive the July 2025 fee fund and expense report. Eric?
We're doing pretty well, but this is the first month into the new year. So we'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. I would say the majority of this is registration of electrical, mechanical, plumbing contractors. We require registration. We start that process in June, and then if you're not registered by the end of the July, you get the boot. So most people start registering in July, so that's a big portion of what you see.
Do I have a motion to approve or deny? Or accept, motion to accept, I'm sorry.
Motion to accept.
Roll call.
Mr. Jewell,
Yes.
Mr. Farmer, Ms. Patterson, Mr. Murray, Mr. Davidson.
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Okay, item number 10, new business. In accordance with the Open Meetings Act, section 311.9, new business is defined as any matter not known about or which could not have been reasonably foreseen prior to the time of posting the agenda. Is there any new business?
No, but I do want to welcome Mr. Farmer.
You're welcome. You want this job? You want the seat?
He'll have his chance in June.
Just got voted in last month, I think, so, I mean.
All right, welcome to the board. Okay. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we're adjourned.
Mr. Jewell,
Yes.
Mr. Farmer, Ms. Patterson, Mr. Murray, Mr. Davidson,
Yes.
and Mr.